Yo guys, what's going on? Acez here today with another video. In today's video, we're going to check out the brand new patch notes for Modern Warfare for the 20th. Now guys, if you've been taking a break from Warzone or taking a break from the game, I invite you to come back and enjoy some Modern Warfare because I took a little peek at these patch notes and well, it seems like we're one step closer to a better Warzone and a better game. So we're going to check out the patch notes right now. I'm going to read them to you guys. If you want to do that, all you got to do is go to the message of the day, scroll over one, and you can see all the patch notes that were very, very recent. You know, they're pumping out patches like every 4 days, which is awesome. So we have the most recent ones here. We have general fixes for Warzone. The 12-gauge Deputy Underbarrel Shotgun has had a clamped close lethal range, can't speak, and then the fall off for the FR556 Underbarrel has been completely fixed. That is amazing. The shotgun will work as intended on the FAMAS underbarrel because if you guys saw my video very recently, the thing was nuts. It was so stupid. It was killing at ridiculous ranges and it was basically two-shotting anybody with any amount of armor. It was nuts. So the shotgun is fixed. Now we have the BRUEN, or the BRUEN, however you guys pronounce it. The BRUEN received a nerf to the upper torso damage. The base weapon has increased recoil, and the 60-round magazine has increased recoil. Now, that is huge. That is just huge. And I gotta say, they killed this thing. They killed the BRUEN right there with that nerf. We're going to go into a custom game right after we're done with these patch notes. If you guys are just going to stick around, we're going to check out the BRUEN, see how it does, man. We're going to see how it does just in multiplayer. We're not going to go in Warzone. It's way too much time and way too in-depth for you guys when it doesn't really matter. It's been nerfed. It'll be super noticeable. I think right away we will see an just instant impact on how many BRUENs we see running around. We're going to start seeing some more M4s, Kilos, M13s, a lot more variety. And that's always good, having a lot more variety in the game. The ISO actually received a buff. You have a reduced movement penalty for the drum magazine, which is great. 50-round magazine basically makes it like an MP5. I think the ISO is a really slept-on gun right now. There's still a decent amount of people using it, but they're using it because it's new, not because it's good. I think the ISO is very, very slept-on, has a lot of potential. And then you have the movement speed for ADS being increased a little bit. So there's that. Then we have the 725 getting nerfed again. Just one attachment, though. It is the sawed-off barrel. And a lot of people are using that, and it's actually pretty overpowered, or it was. Now you have a small increase to the ADS time, so a little bit slower aim. They have a decrease in the movement speed, so you're even slower with it now. And then you have reduced damage at the close range, which was why it was actually so good. It was actually very, very good close range. Now it might not be so great. And then you have a fixed exploit near prison, which I do not know what that was. Actually, I think it was where people were flying under the map. I'm not sure on that one, though, but that's the only one I kind of remember seeing anything about. And then remove the VO, which I assume is voiceover for the high alert perk. I use high alert because I feel like it gives you a extreme advantage, especially if you play on a high sense. I play on 12-12 sensitivity, so I can snap on people super fast. So high alert works in my favor a lot better than somebody playing on 6-6. So with high alert, you have that screen light up, and every time you would be spotted or ADS'd on, like as soon as your character was in somebody's line of sight, it would say you've been spotted, and it would be the announcer voice. It was so annoying that I had to take the perk off. It seems like they removed that now and returned it as normal, and I could not be more thankful for that change. So let's hop into custom game real quick. I don't know if I'm going to edit this part out or not. Alright guys, we got our BRUEN class here. I cut that bit out where we were just making the class and all that nonsense. Monolithic, XRK Summit, TAC Laser, VLK, and the 60 rounders. So we're going to see a ton of recoil increase. Now this is the class I would use in Warzone. So we're going to see how bad it is. Now obviously you could put an underbarrel on there to help with some of the recoil now and change up some of your attachments. But this is the exact class I would probably use. So I want to test that one. We're going to hop into one of the longer range maps and custom games. I'll see what I can find for us. And then we're going to hop in and see how it does. Alright, so I can't really get any of these bots to cooperate with me. They're all rushing me and not, you know, being at distance fighting each other, which is kind of odd. But I'm going to try and post up on this part of the street now where you can see like a really, really big portion of the street. Try and pick one off, get one at a long range. You know, we're not really focused on the close range capabilities because any weapon close range is going to dominate. It really doesn't matter at all, to be honest with you. There's our first real look at the recoil. At like a medium-ish range, and it's still pretty bad. Wow. I mean, there was a good look. I'm not really trying that hard to manage the recoil, which if you learn the new recoil patterns, then of course you could definitely do well with the BRUEN. But, you know, obviously a little bit less damage on the thing too. You know, there I managed it. and it felt pretty darn good. It felt like I laser beamed the guy, actually. Now, keep in mind, no armor. We're playing multiplayer. So if you're talking Warzone, I don't know, man. You have to hit a lot of shots now. And they have to be on target. Mainly, it's not necessarily totally about them reducing the damage. It's about them increasing the recoil, so you're missing more shots. Therefore, you're going to die a lot quicker in comparison to using a Kilo, which has virtually no recoil at all. So, I mean, definitely for an LMG, you know, 5-6 shots to the chest kind of feels like a lot. And we might be looking at the PKM now, maybe making some waves. And then we also are going to be looking at bringing back the M4s, bringing back the Kilos, bringing back the M13. I mean, there's a lot of stuff now. It's going to be a lot of variety, which, like I said a little bit earlier, that's great for the game. Having variety, having a lot of different things to use, and a lot of different versatility, that's always nice. I mean, but right there, both those kills, like I said, not in Warzone, but in multiplayer, they felt really good. So, is it nerfed into the ground? I don't know. I truly don't know. I don't even have an underbarrel on this. So, it's going to be really up to your interpretation. Obviously, no Warzone gameplay, and I want to really stress that there is no Warzone gameplay. So, with armor, it could be completely different stories. You know, you're going to have to make your own interpretation when you use it in Warzone for yourself. But as of right now, I think the patch notes for this week were absolutely needed. I think the BRUEN does need to stop being the mainstream gun right now. I think the high alert change is absolutely excellent. I think the FAMAS underbarrel was definitely a needed fix. And I'm assuming in the next patch, we will see the stopping power exploit be fixed. So, all good things to come. The 26th is Cold War with our reveal. So, make sure you guys are sticking around on the channel. We're going to have a ton of Cold War content coming soon. So, yeah, if you enjoy this one, leave a like. Subscribe if you're new. Check out the sponsors, equipment, description below. That's all I got, guys. Thank you so much for watching, and I'm out.